My name is Coach Troy. I'm reviewing The Princess Bride. Prepare to watch. The Princess Bride Adventure Book game. It's a co-op game, 1 to 4 players from Ravensburger. All right, I was pretty excited about this. Love The Princess Bride. I don't know if you can tell or not. Big fan. So I figured, hey, let's give this one a shot. Want to see what's inside? As you wish. Now, inside this box, first off, you're going to get several decks of cards. These are the plot cards, with otherwise known as your bad stuff happens cards. There's numbers that's going to move the game along. And on here is pretty cool. They're going to have little quotes from the movie from Grandfather right there. And then you got Fred Savage. Right? Doesn't sound too bad. I'll try and stay awake. So yeah, the game is full of that. Lots and lots of flavor text and quotes all throughout everything in this game. Other deck is going to be the story deck. Now this is like it's going to be your hand of cards that you're going to use to get through the game, with nice little symbols on there like courage and adventure, revenge. So pretty much themes of the movie or of the game in this deck. And you're going to be building that up with more story cards from the special deck, and they're going to have other things in there like Grandpa's going to be the wild card, and of course more quotes on the bottom of these. The inconceivable card with Vicini, Prince Humperdinck's skip to the end, just like at the wedding vows. Cute stuff like that. You'll have your reference cards, which is always nice, turn orders, things and whatnot. Now, also, lots and lots of cardboard chits, or little just cardboard pieces. There's not a whole lot to them, like the Fire Swamp here. Little health tokens, special tokens. They're very minimalist, very very small. Not a whole lot to them. You'll get your replay card with Fred Savage and Grandpa on there. Now I really like this artwork. It's not stills from the movie. It's definitely drawn, like painted. It looks like paintings, and it's almost like a muted painting of stills from the movie, if that makes sense. I really like it. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. And also what looks fantastic are the miniatures. They're not super heavy, and from a distance they don't look like much, right? They're just, they just look like, kind of like the characters. But if you get up close and actually look at the details, look at Count Rugen here. You can really tell the facial features. There's the detail all throughout. I want to paint these. I really do. Like that. That really looks like Prince Humperdinck. That face. That is Prince Humperdinck's face. Like lots of detail, high quality in there. Right? It seems a shame that they're all just one color. My favorite here. Yeah, look at little Vicini, and if you look behind him, he's holding his knife behind his back. Right? He's got that, and he's smiling at you with a knife on the back, which is fantastic. I didn't even notice that till I took a closer look. Like the size difference, I got Fezzik and Vicini, Andre the Giant, of course. It's got to be that size difference there. So the miniatures are really well done. I think they're fantastic. It's just a shame they're not painted. But hey, if you want to give them a shot and paint them, you go right ahead. I think that'll add a lot to it. And lastly, the main thing is this is an adventure book game, which means you're going to be opening up the book and playing chapter by chapter, starting out at the farm. Then there's the boat chase and the cliffs of insanity, where you're going to meet up against Fezzik's gang or Vicini's gang. And this is nice because it has all the chapter rules on one side and the objectives on the other, so it's all right there. There's nothing else to reference. It's right in front of you. Really nicely done, I think. So all the chapters play pretty similarly, but they'll have different rules. Like, for example, in this one, you're going to start off, the only character that you can move will be Wesley here. and you're going to follow along the path. At the beginning of your turn, you can move one character 2 spaces or 2 characters 1 space. So we'd move him along. Then you can discard cards from your hand to move him along farther. Right? And then when you get to certain points, you are going to want to play cards. Like right here, I need 2 revenge and an adventure to take care of this particular situation here. You seem a decent fellow. I hate to kill you. Right? In which case, when you get here, you can also trade 1 card with another player. So I need 2 revenge and 1 adventure. I don't have that. So I'm going to trade my intrigue for an adventure card that the other player would have. And then I could play these 3, and I take this wax seal with Buttercup and Wesley on it, put it on there, and that's 1 thing done right there. Then at the end of your turn, you're going to turn over a plot card and then do whatever bad things it says. So the plot table here, 1 through 5, Prince Humperdinck doesn't move, but on the 6 to 20, he's going to move along the track. So in this particular chapter, you want to get all the way through, beat him, beat the giant, rescue Buttercup, and get them to safety before Humperdinck catches up with you. If he does, then you lose, and you're going to take this symbol here, you'll flip it over, reset the board, and try again, keeping any of the special cards that you've earned along the way. So at least you stay a little bit powered up if you do lose. And once you're done, clear the board, move on to the next chapter, the Fire Swamp here, and set it up. And it's going to play similarly here as well. Different rules, different plot points, different things to take over, but you're still just going to be moving your character along, 1 space or 2, trading cards, using your cards to defeat challenges, and flipping over plot cards to see whatever bad things happen. You do so all the way through till you have fun storming the castle. Now I always like to talk about the positives first, and just starting off, it's visually very appealing. It looks fantastic, I think. Just starting, just the artwork on there, how they really capture the look of the characters without taking stills. Just this exactly from the movie. Like, how many times did he do that? You know who that is. You know how he's acting. You're even going to say what he says before you read it, right? It's really well done. The miniatures, again, the quality of them, the detail is nice. Just wish they were painted. That's a negative, is that they're not painted. But as say, if you want to try to keep a steady hand, you can give it a shot yourself. And the board, the book, the board. The first chapter doesn't exactly sit nice. It's a little wonky, but after that, then it lays pretty flat, and once you get to the last chapter too, then it might get a little wonky again. But it's not that big a deal. It does sit pretty nice. I do like that it's got this. So instead of having several different boards, without being too big, this just fits perfect in the box. You have several different stages you can play. I also like the fact that the instructions are inside for each chapter are right there on the board. Really easy to read, easy reference, so anybody can take a look at it. Another neat thing about having it like this too is, I'll say the first chapter is pretty simple, and it's just kind of designed to kind of show you how the game plays. So you don't have to play that one. You can skip right away to chapter 2. Save a little bit of time in playing, and just, this is where the game really starts, where you really start to play the game. So second time playing it, skip that first chapter again, go right to this one, just throw a couple special cards in your plot deck, and go right at it. So things that I'm not a big fan of, just start with the artwork on the chits doesn't exactly match the rest of it. It kind of seems like it was a little rushed compared, but that's just kind of nitpicking. The fact that these aren't painted again, that's, I guess, just nitpicking. Now, the biggest problem with this game is actually one of the things I really liked about this game, is that it plays exactly like the movie. And that is awesome. That's super fun the first couple times. But after that, you're just playing the same game over and over again. There's not going to be anything really different. I mean, you're climbing up the same cliffs of insanity. You can maybe try to take a different route through the fire swamp, but it's going to play out exactly the same. Going through the village and Miracle Maxes, you're going to take the same routes because there's just not a whole lot of changes that you can make, not a whole lot of different paths you can try to and see if they work better. It's just the one path. And so you're not going to be able to play this game 10, 20 times. You'll play it a few times, and then you'll see everything that it has to offer. It's also a simple game, again, which I personally don't mind because I just want to play through the movie, and that was enough for me. But if you would like a bigger challenge, if you like making things more difficult, this is not going to be, it's not going to be a big hit for you because it is kind of simple. It is pretty easy. I think we stumbled once in the 2 times we played it. Stumbled twice in the 2 times we played it. In short, I would recommend this game. All right, if you're a fan of The Princess Bride, you definitely should play this game. It's not horribly expensive, so you can pick it up for pretty cheap. Play it a few times. We played while watching the movie, and we really enjoyed the heck out of it that way. It paced a little, kind of similarly to it. Some chapters went faster than the movie went, and then slowed down. But we finished a little bit before the movie ended, so we could, watch it. And we took our time with it, and watching scenes as we were playing, and we had a whole lot of fun with it. Like I said, you're not going to be able to replay it over and over again, but you will enjoy it for the first few times for sure. And it also makes a really good gift for anyone that that likes The Princess Bride, which should be everyone that should like The Princess Bride. So if they've seen it, this would be a great gift for them. So recommend it. You should try it. You should play it a couple times. You'll enjoy it. All right. Just don't expect too much. All right. This has been Coach Troy with the Princess Bride Adventure Book game, and I'll see y'all next time.